myself डॉक्टर अर्चना सक्सेना फ्रॉम केमिस्ट्री डिपार्टमेंट। मैं जो है आज आप लोगों को एल्कलॉइड्स के बारे में कुछ बताना चाहूंगी। एल्कलॉइड्स जो हैं वो क्या कहते हैं, प्लांट प्रोडक्ट्स होते हैं। मतलब बेसिकली ये जो है ये दे आर नेचुरल प्रोडक्ट्स जो हम प्लांट से निकालते हैं। एल्कलॉइड्स आर प्रेजेंट नॉट ओनली इन ह्यूमन डेली लाइफ इन फूड एंड ड्रिंक्स बट ऑल्सो एज अ stimulating drugs. In plants, alkaloids protect plants from predators and regulate their growth. Therapeutically, alkaloids are particularly well known as anti-inflammatory, anti-cancerous, analgesics, local anesthesia में भी ये काम आता है, एज अ पेन रिलीवर काम आता है, न्यूरोफार्मोलॉजिकल, एंटी माइक्रोबियल, एंटी फंगल एंड मैनी अदर एक्टिविटीज में ये काम आता है। इनके जो वेल नोन एल्कलॉइड्स यूज इन क्लिनिकल सेटिंग्स इंक्लूड मॉर्फिन, स्ट्रेचिनिन, क्यूनिन, एफिड्रीन, निकोटीन, जो कि हम लोगों ने बहुत आसानी से सुना हुआ है। इन 1871 एक सर्टनर एक साइंटिस्ट थे जिन्होंने मॉर्फिन को स्टिमुलेट किया था, और इसके बाद एक ऐसी स्टिमुलेटिंग डिस्कवरी आप कह लीजिए जो क्या कहते हैं साइंटिस्ट के बीच में छिड़ी कि हम उन नेचुरल प्रोडक्ट्स को और निकालें। द डिस्कवरी stimulated others to investigate plants for the presence of alkaloids. Initially, well-known medicinal plants were studied, which led to the isolation of several other important alkaloids. Example: imetine, strychnine, atropine, quinine, and conine, etc. All that time, chemists and pharmacists were mainly concerned with the purity and elemental analysis, and then subsequently to structure elucidation, but the structure was too complicated in most cases to be elucidated because physical and chemical methods were in infancy. As a result, structure determination required in some cases more than many years. After the structure determination, alkaloids were synthesized, which proved the structure to be correct. The first synthesis of an alkaloid was that of quinine, the simplest at that time, and from 1866 it took 59 years after its isolation, and it was reported from the plant. क्या कहते हैं, many alkaloids such as morphine, it was a source from opium, strychnine from nux vomica, atropine from belladonna, quinine from cinchona bark, and conine from conium mac. ये हमारे जैसे कि हमें पता है कि ये जितनी भी हमारे एल्कलॉइड्स हैं, ये सारी हमारे जो मेडिसिन्स में तो काम आता ही है, और हम लोग बेसिकली बहुत सारी मेडिसिन्स जो होती हैं जो हम आजकल होम्योपैथिक में भी देखते हैं, उसमें भी हमको सुनने में आती है। जैसे नक्स वोमिका फॉर डाइजेशन, हमने सुना है कि नक्स वोमिका काफी काम करती है। वेलेडोना भी हम इस्तेमाल करते हैं, सिनकोना बार्क भी हम इस्तेमाल करते हैं। क्विनीन तो आप लोगों ने सुनी ही होगी। क्विनीन जो है वो हमारे मलेरिया में काम आता है। कोनीन काम आता है। कोनियम मैक एक होम्योपैथिक में दवा है जो हमारे चक्करों में, जो वर्टिगो में काम आती है। तो वो हमारे ये जो एल्कलॉइड्स है, बेसिकली एल्कलॉइड जितने भी हैं वो हमारे एलोपैथिक मेडिसिन में भी काम आते हैं, और बहुत सारे हमारे होम्योपैथिक में भी काम आते हैं। कि डेफिनेशन क्या है, ये एक आप समझ लीजिए कि ये क्या कहते हैं, पिरिडीन रिंग्स होती हैं, और हमारी रिंग्स विद नाइट्रोजन कंटेनिंग ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड्स होती हैं। Alkaloids are naturally occurring nitrogen containing organic compounds with the exception of amino acids, peptides, purines and derivatives, amino sugars and antibiotics. The division of naturally occurring nitrogen containing substance into alkaloids and non-alkaloids is somewhat known as. Michener introduced the term alkaloid, which means alkali-like, which was defined as a basic nitrogen containing compound isolated from plants. The definition, which covered a large number of a variety of compounds, kept changing from time to time. Koenigs suggested modification of the term alkaloid to naturally occurring organic bases having a pyridine ring. This definition was considered too narrow as it is embraced only as a limited number of compounds and was therefore modified again by Ladenburg to natural plants compounds having basic characters and containing at least one nitrogen containing heterocyclic rings. This definition, however, excludes synthetic organic compounds of basic nature and several other compounds obtained from natural sources. Alkaloids are now defined as basic nitrogen-containing natural products, mostly optically active and possessing nitrogen heterocycles as the structural unit and having a pronounced physiological action. It is obvious that no definition of alkaloid is perfect. There are compounds which are considered as alkaloids but do not confine to definition, while there are some compounds which fit into the definition but not classed as alkaloids. Some exceptions are given there. Cocosine is regarded as an alkaloid which is not a nitrogen heterocycle and is scarcely basic. Thymine is not considered as alkaloid because it is universally distributed, although it is a nitrogen-containing heterocycle base. There are several compounds in which nitrogen atom is not part of the ring but are classed as alkaloids, जिसमें example हैं ephedrine, betamines and tryptamine. Similarly, piperine is isolated from black pepper, is called an alkaloid, though it is neither basic in nature nor has any physiological action, but caffeine, which fully satisfies the definition, is not considered as an alkaloid. Nomenclature of alkaloids. इनका alkaloids का हम नाम कैसे देते हैं? The system of nomenclature of alkaloids is similar to that of the natural product. Till date, no unique system has been developed for alkaloids. One of the reasons for this is the vast number of different skeletal types. In most cases, alkaloids are denoted by trivial names which mostly end in INE, indicating a nitrogen base. In case of several different alkaloids occurring in the same plant, the suffix idine, anine, allene, inine, and so on are added to the principal name. The most of the alkaloids are derived from the botanical name of the source plant. The name may be derived either from the genus name or the species name. Some alkaloids derive their names from their physical actions. Morphine is a German word, morphine, god of dreams, and emetine is a Greek word, emetokos, to vomit. A few alkaloids have been named after their discovery. Pelletrine was named after P.J. Pelletier. Some alkaloids have named by the transposition of a name, example narcotine, tarconine, and quaternion. The occurrence. ये हमको मिलते कहाँ से? The number of structurally different alkaloids is estimated to be around 6,000. Most of these alkaloids occur in flora, 1% in animals, 0.5% in fungi and bacteria. Of the estimated 20,000 plant genera, only 9% genera have alkaloids containing species, which occur mostly in genera belonging to dicotyledons and monocotyledons of angiospermy, means flowering plant. Alkaloids have rarely been found in gymnosperms and pteridophytes. It has been suggested that in 40% of the plant families, at least one alkaloid containing species is known. On the other hand, there are plant families in which all species contain alkaloids. Alkaloids may occur in several parts of the plant. Alkaloids have been isolated from the parts of the plants, whereas in other cases they have been found in one part, that is, alkaloids of Ephedra square are found in roots only. The number of structure different alkaloids varies from plant to plant. For example, Cantharanthus rosens contains more than 100 alkaloids, whereas only one alkaloid has been detected as A. squarosa. Quite often, the ratio of the component of the alkaloid mixture is different in different parts of the plants. Extraction isolation will be taught in next lecture. Thank you.